information on the purpose of the place. He had to follow the directive, even if getting caught was a terrible plan. That or deal with pain signals from the curse band that would increase in intensity until they incapacitated or even killed him. And then it'd transfer the orders onto his brothers. A burly human in generic black tactical clothes pushed him. The unnecessary force reflected a pervasive revulsion for him, maybe for all lichens. He spat long blonde hair out of his eyeline and glowered. Despite a buttload of vertigo from the waning tranquilizer, he flexed his shoulders and shoved his body backward, sending the guy pinballing against the wall. Not hard enough to kill him, but a calculated warning shot. Fire pierced his thigh. Kai grunted when his knees crumpled, and he collapsed to the ground. He eyed the cattle prod headed in his direction again. "You think I can't kill you with my hands behind my back?" Kai threatened. "Go ahead. Hit me again and find out for yourself." The human should fear him. Kai had dropped his glamour from the moment he'd been captured. Humans' innate sense of self-preservation usually sent them into flight mode when he wasn't masked. He hadn't transformed into his feral form, where he became more muscular. Okay, not Hulk huge, certainly not green, but he liked to envision himself similar. Without his glamour, he remained human-looking while exuding serious threat. The man paused, but didn't seem as impressed as Kai wished. "I can walk on my own." Kai tested his leg to see if it could support weight, then stood. Fake submission was part of being undercover, but his tolerance for abuse had limits. He should be able to overpower these two, despite the shackles around his wrists and his weakened state. Uncertainty rolled around like a toxic beast inside his head. Their attitude bordered on cocky. Maybe they planned to dart him with the drug again, or something worse. Starting to think he didn't want something worse. He figured he needed to ditch the fake submission. He'd rather tolerate the pain of the curse until he could persuade his handler to rescind the order. He lowered his tone to give voice coercion a try, a gift all of his species possessed over humans, to encourage they go along with whatever was suggested. "Release me." The guard with the cattle prod chuckled and tapped his ear. "Can't mesmerize us. I heard you already tried this during transport. These special earpieces keep us safe." Chills licked across his shoulders. Cue a mega oh shit. He didn't remember a previous attempt at coercing them. What else had the drug made him forget? The guy with the cattle prod nudged him in silent threat to move faster. He wished for a gun. Eyes closed, he could level every human in this room. None carried one. Shame. Kai calculated 50 yards to the door behind him. The exit. Screw orders. Pain flashed up his arm from the curse, punishing him as he disobeyed. It weakened him, slowed him. He shoved the guy with the cattle prod, which sent him backward onto his ass and knocked his head against the wall with enough force to render him unconscious. Shoulders lowered, Kai plowed into the human behind him. Within 20 yards of his goal, a solid slap struck his shoulders as two taser darts plowed into his skin through his shirt. He dropped like a poleaxed mule, muscles clenched as the worst full-bodied Charlie horse of his life detonated. Can't move. His headache morphed into a splitting sensation that extended toward the back of his head. Vision flickered in and out in his right eye until it settled into something blurry. Was this a stroke? They dragged his tremoring body to a large room with drains on the floor. "Licht ihm das Hals..."